We are now at AgroScience Technopark, experimental station of Research Center for Estate Crops, Bogor, Indonesia. Now we are going to have a look at the soil development here from the profile already prepared previously. So we are going to describe the profile that we are having here. Now I will give you some information about the landform of the area. Is located at the middle of volcanic plain of Mount Pangrango. The elevation here is about 250 meters above the sea level, and the rainfall is mostly 2,500 until 4,500 millimeter, and soil developed from tufaceous andesitic rock. Now we are going to describe the profile by giving the horizon for each layer. So the horizon will be divided into master horizon of, so here we have the A horizon. The A horizon here already here. So from the top here we give the master horizon for A, and for the next following horizon from here throws down to go down to the profile here until we get the parent material down here, and we will give the horizon as the B horizon from here down there, and the bottom of the profile we give the master horizon as C horizon. Now from each horizon layer we will give some suffix to give the specified characteristic of each layer. From top we will give the master's horizon as A, and then followed by the specific characteristic of A as P suffix. So suffix P means plow. And then for the next one we will give the master's horizon with suffix W, means the soil development is still in the young state. From here, or we can see it over around here. So it's clear down there from 40 centimeters down to 100 and about go somewhere down here 150 centimeters from there as the B horizon. And we will give the suffix for B, master B horizon, to explain a specific property of the B. So we will divide the B horizon into B W1 down here to 60 centimeters, and then for the next one BW2 down to about 92 centimeters, and then the last one for BW3 go down to 100, let's say 125, and the last one we'll give for BW4, and the last one for the C horizon down there, the yellowish color. So we can have a look this here, the yellowish color, we call it tufaceous andesitic rock, and this is the parent material from which the soil here already developed. Now that's all. We already look at the master's horizon of the profile and provide specific characteristic of its horizon. Now we are going to look at more detail about the specific characteristic of its horizon. So we can look here for the A horizon. we can see the properties of the soil here. We can look at the soil color. The soil color we can observe. The soil color we can observe using the Mansell soil color chart. So this is the standard color measurement for soil color. We will use this for whole observation of each layer. So after we look at the soil color, we will see the texture from this A horizon. After texture, followed by structure. The structure we can see for development degree of the soil structure, the size of the each aggregate, and we will also see for degree of development of the each pet. We can look from here. So from there we also see the horizon boundary between the A horizon and the B horizon. So here this is the boundary. We can make the line here to make the difference or demarcate the difference between AP and the B horizon. So we can draw the line, use this knife like that to make sure that we can describe the each layer boundary properly. And next, we observe similar situation for the BW1, BW2, BW3, BW4, and the C horizon. So all of each of the horizon or soil layer, we will see the color, texture, and structure development, size of the structure, and so structure development, size, and the shape of the structure. Now we'll look at the example, look at the A horizon using the Mansell color chart to look at the color of this A horizon. And then we take the clump of the soil here, and then we matching the soil color chart with the color of the aggregate that we take here. So we can move the color from here, from the left to the right. So it seems that 10YR is not properly matched with the color. So we can open again to the left hand side of the Mansell soil color chart, and then we compare here. So we can move the soil from tips at the left hand side, move to the right hand side, and here we will see where the soil color is perfectly matched with the tip of the Mansell soil color chart. So we can see here the most closely or match of the soil color. We can see from here, this is the color in this tips, and we read the name or the color here, the hue 7.5 OR, and the value is here is 4, and the chroma is 2. So the color of the A horizon is 7.5 OR, 4/2. And if we read the color from there to 7.5 OR/2, here we can see the color names here is brown. So we can look at the brown color in this 4/3. Yeah, 4.4/2. The color is brown. So this is the way we can look at the soil color from the layer. And here we will also see the structure. So this is the structure here is very friable and granular. So we call it the granular structure, and if we see the size is fine and degree of development is weak. So fine size, development is weak, and the color already mentioned before. So this is structure, fine and granular, and the color we already observed before. So this is the way we look at the soil structure. Damn. And then we will determine the texture of the soil by wrap the soil, so we can give some water for the soil, and then we will wrap it to see if the soil can make a ribbon. So we put on the arm clump of soil, and then we put some water, and then start to squeeze it until we can see the soil here is properly wet. So I heap some more. Now we can see here, this is the way we see by wrapping the soil between the thumb and the middle finger in here, or yeah, you can see in the middle finger. If the soil, once we wrap it, can make a ribbon, but here the soil cannot make a ribbon. That means that the low clay content of the soil, and if we use with the experience, the soil texture will be silty clay loam for the A horizon. So this is the texture, silty clay loam. Now this is the way we look at it for the texture, structure, and color. And we look at the boundary here. For the A, the boundary here is clear. From here to here, the transition is very narrow here. So we can make the boundary from the left to the right and give the clear boundary here. So the boundary is clearly indicate, and the boundary is little bit wavy, but if we see most of the horizon boundary for the long distance here, we can make the boundary is smooth, just quite smooth. From here go to the right hand side. So this is the description, morphological description of the A horizon. Now we look at the B horizon, and then we just look at the BW1 horizon. We can look at the similar way, so we should measure this color using the Munsell soil color charts, and then we see also for the texture by wrapping. So we put on our arm and then give some water to make a rubber. Now if the soil is sticky, like here, we will see whether the soil is sticky or not. We can put some water on there, and then we wrap it. So we wrap it and then see if the soil is sticky or not. Now we can see the soil is still not yet sticky, but the clay content is increased compared to the top soil. We can see the clay content because the texture is more sticky to the finger. If you wrap it, little bit difficult for me to release my thumb from the middle finger, little bit like that. So we can call this the texture clay loam. So the texture here is clay loam for the W, for the BW1 horizon. So we also observe the this is the structure. So the structure here we apply little bit pressure on the soil. So we break the aggregate, and then we will see how the aggregate breaking. So the aggregate will break into small aggregate, and this is the structure of the soil. So the shape of the structure is subangular blocky, and the degree of development, we can call it medium development, because we already have lots of aggregate separately here. So the medium development, and the size is fine. So fine for the size, the shape is subangular blocky, and the development is medium. So this is the property of the BW1 horizon of the soil. So the similar way we can use to describe for for BW2, BW3, and BW4. So this is the pH. We use the stick to measure the pH. We open it carefully, and then we took the stick, pH stick, and then compare with the box of the pH. Box pH here, we can take it from the left hand side, move to the right hand side until we get the exactly match the color of the pH stick with the box. The chips in here very closely or match with the pH with the value 5. So we can say the pH of the soil here that we measure is 5 for the layer B1, 2 horizons. So this is the pH that we already measure. We got the pH 5.0. And then lastly, we describe the properties of the parent material. So we can take the parent material in here that we call tufaceous andesitic rock. We can break it, still orally weathered, but the soil still haven't yet developed. But we can see the burrow of the termite here. See the soil following the hole of the burrow and then stick on the wall of the parent material within the burrow. So this is the parent material. I can break it easily, but it hasn't yet produced the soil. But now we can see the parent material is ready to form the soil because already in soft condition. So this is the way we see the parent material here, yellowish color with some whitish color of sand. We can say the mineral mostly feldspar with the color like that, little bit white, turbid white for the color, and some ferromanation. So we can say the parent material developed from tufaceous andesitic rock with the composition feldspar and some ferromanation. So this is the parent material of the soil that we already observed. That's all we can say for the profile description here. Thank you.